the show, we've got a true musical superstar. So to get us in the mood, let's throw some funky disco moves. Oh! Go, Alex! Let's start the show! Beautiful doll, beautiful doll. Oh! Tonight, you had a little hint there, ladies and gentlemen, be still my beating heart. Global singing superstar, Janet Jackson's here. Yes, she is. Janet Jackson! Woo! Oh! Platinum albums, Grammys, you name it, she's got them. Now, Janet, of course, is the youngest of the legendary Jackson family. You look at them and you're like, what airline is that? The emergency exits are here, here, there. Now, Janet will be talking to us about her new film, Why Did I Get Married To? Now, she plays a woman trying to work out why she got married. And, of course, women get married for many different reasons. For some, it's love. Oh, David and Laura, congratulations. For some, it's commitment. Good luck, Tiger. And for some, well, it's because if they refuse, they'd be taken away to the planet Zarb. And speaking of why did I get married to, the director of that film, who co-stars with Janet, Tyler Perry is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Now, some of you are familiar with Tyler, some not. Tyler's films have grossed over $400 million at the American box office. He writes, directs, and stars in them. And then last year, along with Oprah Winfrey, he produced the Oscar-winning Precious. So I'm a big fan of his work, and we're very excited to have him on the show. Yeah, very good. Now, if you're familiar with his movies, you know he's created lots of comedy characters along the way. His most famous is Medea. Here she is. Yeah. Yes, it's a man dressed up as a grey-haired old woman. Seems familiar. Oh, yes. Now, also on the show, comedian and actor Marcus Brigstocke is here. So many guests. We'll be here till midnight. Now, Marcus was famous for his satirical comedy, and he must be loving all the politics of the moment. Who's going to be the next Labour leader, David or Edward? Or as they call them on X Factor, Deadwood. Now, here's David. Okay. And this is his brother, I believe. Also tonight, we'll be meeting Monty Python star Eric Idle. You weren't expecting that. I didn't see that coming. Of course, he starred in the Monty Python film The Life of Brian. Oh, The Life of Brian. Such a controversial film. I remember in Ireland, the church were furious. Yeah. One bishop was so angry, he nearly choked on his choir boy. He did. That is angry, isn't it? Wrote the theme tune to One Foot in the Grave. Yeah, a sitcom about a grumpy old Scottish man forced to retire early. I'll tell you though, everyone loves a Monty Python. Everyone loves Monty Python. I'll tell you, my favourite bit is the Lumberjack song. You know, all about a man in a check shirt who secretly wears women's underwear. From Round Table to Red Soap, it's my favourite comedian, Marcus Brigstocke! Woo! She brought the rhythm to the nation. It's the Queen of Pop, Janet Jackson! I'll stop. You should come every week. I love it. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Very well. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you all.
So we just, whatever. We should just slide down a little bit. Just go ahead. Let's go ahead.
No, you're all loved. Because happy birthday for last weekend. Congratulations. Were you here for your birthday?
Yes.
What did you do? What'd you do?
I spent it with a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
A very good friend. Friends, I should say, went to dinner, and that was about it.
It's a bit dull, Janet. I was hoping for something. I was hoping for something a bit more showbiz, Janet, to be honest.
Not in the least bit dull.
We've all been to dinner, haven't we? We've all had dinner. You know, ZZ's nice. They do an early bird. Now, Tyler, of course, you're the boss. The very successful rich boss. What did you get Janet for her birthday? Oh, no. You've obviously got you something good.
You know what? I just realized it was her birthday when you said it. I'm sitting here kicking myself like, how did I miss your birthday? How did I miss your birthday?
Tyler, it's fine.
It's not fine. It's not fine. I demand that you come to my hotel room after this is over so that I can make it up to you. I demand it. I'm gonna make it up to you.
And actually, now, because Marcus, I know you love the tweeting, so have you tweeted that you were going to be on the sofa?
I have. People are very, very excited. Very, very excited. Are you on Twitter? Mm-hmm. You are? Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Do you follow me?
Sorry.
That's actually incredibly hurtful. No, you can do amazing things, because I was on a train with a good friend of mine, Phil Jupitus, the other day, and we were in Cornwall, and we were getting on a train and realised we were about to leave Cornwall without having had a Cornish pasty, which I know you'll both be massive fans of.
It's delicious. It's kind of meat and pastry. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Beef meat?
Yeah.
It's all... no one knows what kind of meat. That's the joy of a pasty, is once it's in the pastry, it's nobody's business what's in it. And so we tweeted what train we were on and what time we'd be arriving at various stations, and if someone could hand-deliver pasties to our carriage, that they would be handsomely rewarded. By the time we hit Plymouth, 2 pasties. By the time we got to Taunton, we had 12. 12 pasties. That is the power of Twitter. Follow me. I'm I get stuff done. I could get you a pasty.
That's the first practical use I've ever heard. Now, listen, we want to talk about the movie you guys have done together, Why Did I Get Married 2, which is the sequel to the first one, which you were also in, and you also wrote, starred, and directed, and because this will give you a hint of how successful Tyler is. Tyler just returned from holidays. Now, you were in the Bahamas, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, you're thinking, well, my cousin Alan went to the Bahamas. It's a bit like the dinner story. You weren't just in the Bahamas, were you?
Yeah, I was just in the Bahamas. Where are you going with this? Where are you going?
You know.
Where he's going with this. You were on your island.
Yes. That's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Yeah.
It's good embarrassment, though.
I'd be so embarrassed if I had an island. If you ever want to alleviate that embarrassment, I'd be happy to take it off you.
And then you can tweet about it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, but because it's sort of incredible. I was saying this to you backstage. You know, in 2010, if someone is as incredibly successful as you are in the States, you've had, what, 9 movies since 2005. They've nearly all opened at #1. They've grossed hundreds of millions of dollars. It's amazing. This movie is going to be the first one to get a general release in Britain.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah, why is that? Yeah, man, white time. Why is that?
I don't know. You know, I'm really grateful to Will Smith and to Janet, because the first time I came over was with Will, and he said, listen, we're all the same. You just have to open your mind up to the rest of the world. So I'm pretty excited about it, and thank you for having me here. So you're responsible for how well the movie does, so make it happen. It's It's all on you, Graham.
He owns an island. I'm quite relaxed. He'll do fine without Britain.
Never mind.
I'll tweet that the movie's
covered.
opening. It's fine.
Yeah. And it was, in fact, because of schedules, you're actually here quite early, because it doesn't actually come out till September, does it?
Yes, in September 3rd.
You will remember this moment, won't you? Yes, it will. Because you do an amazingly... Because I watched a lot of your back catalogue, and you do a thing, I can't think of anyone else who does it, where 1 minute there'll be a really funny fart joke, and then the next minute you're doing something about a really tough divorce or domestic violence or something. You flip those changes.
It's just like life, though. It's just like life. 1 minute you're in a very happy moment, and the next minute something tragic could happen. So I write from those experiences. But most of the time I write from fun because we're having fun.
And for you, as a filmmaker, having someone as famous as Janet Jackson on set, does it throw the production kind of off kilter in any way?
Absolutely. but you deal with it. You know she's there. But no, she came in. That was my reservation about working with her in the beginning. But she came in, just did the work. There's no diva attitude. She's on time. She's all about the work and the focus, and I really appreciate that. So it worked well.
And for you, there's a sweet story, I don't know when it was, where you were like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go out in disguise. I think, were you walking your dog?
Oh, that was, I was walking my 2 babies, and I had on my mustache.
A moustache?
Yes, I did. And
Really?
and I was with it was my husband at the time, and I had my baseball cap on, and there was a little kid that said, "Oh, Mommy, look, there's Janet Jackson."
And she's let herself go. Simple waxing. She needs a waxing.
And now, talking about looking good, very famous image of you, cover of the Rolling Stone, which... man, whoa! Now, I've always wondered, did you know that man?
Yes, I did.
Oh, OK. No, I just wondered, was that some really lucky photographer's assistant? Who was just like, you got to step in behind Miss Jackson now,
That was actually supposed to be the album cover.
But it was the album cover, wasn't it?
Well, no, just from the neck up, and then the back cover was just the waist.
Did he have good enough manners to warm his hands first? Just run them under a warm tap?
I hope he washed them, but I doubt it.
I tell you what, if that was me, I would never wash them again.
Let's show a clip of this movie. We're showing a really kind of serious scene. It's further into the movie. You've broken up with your husband. It's the one where you're on the stairs. I don't know if you want to set it up or...
My husband and I are going through some serious issues, and I've kind of had somewhat of a breakdown, and I'm ready to kind of get a little bit of revenge, and I'm having my moment.
OK. Here's Janet Jackson in Why Did I Get Married To?
Angela, I have no more fight left in me. Please. Please.
You really want us to go? Okay, listen, can we make a deal with you? What if we just sit here? And can we stay?
I look at that scene and I think about how heavy it is, but when I think about the entire film, like you said earlier, there's so much comedy.
So you need to just play the whole movie.
Well, yes. Go and see it. That island's small. He's cramped. He wants to knock through. And watching it, because there is every kind of permutation of like what goes right and what goes wrong in relationships. So I kept watching and thinking, oh, I do that, I do that, I do that. Actually, I did a lot of you. I really do, yeah. It turns out that wasn't good. The good things will happen to her. She's like me. No. So when you guys watch, I mean, you wrote the whole thing.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, do you relate most to your character, or do you relate to some of the other?
Some of the others as well, a bit here and there, but I definitely relate to my character. That was, I guess, the old me, always being very attentive when it came to everyone else dealing with their issues, but not really dealing with my own. That was something that I did very well in the past.
But now you've changed.
Look at that face. You're too cute.
And you're going to do it again. There's a third movie, isn't there?
Is that right?
Isn't there?
I guess so. I guess you just announced it. I don't know. It just depends on if there's more that the characters want to say.
Oh, no, I didn't mean these characters. Aren't you guys working together?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
we're working together. We're having a kid in about 3... No, we're working on a movie called For Color Girls, and Mariah Carey's in it, Maisie Gray, Janet, Whoopi Goldberg, Felicia Rashad. It's an amazing cast. It's going to be phenomenal.
Got room for me?
Kerry Washington.
In that lineup?
It's for colored girls.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He's very versatile.
There it is.
Am I in now?
You're in.
Yeah. And we talked briefly about your music, how phenomenally successful it was. And now, are you focusing more on acting now, or are we going to hear you singing again, or?
Well, I actually did the theme song for Why Did I Get Married Too? It's called Nothing.
I think we've got a little clip of you singing Nothing.
Tell me, what could the problem be? The past is something I can't change. It's a brand new day. Don't you tell me, not right now. I can't let it go.
Very good. And because you've also got new material on, like a bonus track on your... You've collected all your number ones, haven't you?
Yes, I did, and I had a bonus song, Make Me, which also... It was, 33 number ones, and that was the 34th track, but that has also gone number one, so all of the songs have been...
That's
Make Me.
phenomenal, isn't it?
Thank you.
Did you number one?
I haven't as yet had a number one yet.
But you had a hit single.
I have had a number 11 chart smash.
When was that? 2000? It was only 2000 and something.
Yeah, it was a sketch show I was in, and then somebody sampled it and built this tune called Don't Smoke the Reefer. And that's me on that tune.
I don't know if you're joking or...
No,
if you're
this one's...
I'm really trying to figure
I'll
this
raise
out.
my hand if it's a joke, but this is serious. It was a sketch.
How's the song go?
honestly,
How's the song go?
It was a sketch. Well, it's like a dubstep kind of thing.
Sing it for us.
Well, it's not really sung, but it's the sketch goes. Do you smoke, Paul? No, I don't. Me neither. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigars. I don't smoke a pipe. I don't smoke the reefer. But the thing was...
They know you now. Oh my God, it's him! It's him!
But the thing was, right, the character was supposed to be completely inappropriate because that voice, right, there's this famously racist British comedian, and he did this character called Chalky White, who was like this funny black man he did, and that's how he spoke like no black man I've ever heard in my life. And that's what he did, and so that's kind of what I was doing. So when it was on this track, I was kind of delighted and mortified at the same time. What the hell, a hit's a hit, right? You know this.
Now, the thing is, I'm not married myself, but Why Did I Get Married is all based around the idea couples get together and they share why they get married.
Sure.
So, people in the audience who are married... Now, don't put up your hands. Don't put up your hands. Let's see, observers of human life, if we can see who's married, right? Okay. So... Oh, now, you see, there are couples here, aren't there? Now, yes, ooh. So, yeah, you are?
Steve.
Steve. Right, and you are?
I'm Jenny.
That's Jenny. I married him. You see, Steve and Jenny, do you think they're married?
Yes, I do.
No.
Marcus.
If they're not, I think we should marry them here tonight.
Are you...
It's worse than you can ever imagine.
You're divorced!
No, I'm his boss.
That's usually marriage.
Yeah, that's what a marriage is.
That's usually marriage.
What do you do? What do you do?
I own a golf course, and he's my manager.
You manage a golf course? Have you ever been... You never thought about it? Bit tipsy at a Christmas party? Coming to me to the 19th hole, that kind of thing? Now. Do you know that lady?
The one sitting next to me?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's your name?
Orville.
Orville and?
Diana.
Orville and Diana. What do we reckon? Oh, lady over here, no! I've got my eye on Orville, I'll scratch her eyes out! Whoa, she was right in there, wasn't she? God, Orville. What do we reckon? Janet, Orville and Diana?
I don't know. I don't know. I want to say yes, though.
I think Diana'd like to say yes, too.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Why so definite with the no?
The body language.
Okay, actually, her legs are crossed like that.
Yep. I can see that from here.
Yeah, you're good, you're good. Marcus Brigstocke.
I'm not sure, because I think the guy to Diana's left has been looking very tense ever since you started this conversation. I'm thinking she might be married to him. Or if not, she's in with a real chance.
And Orville can clean up over here. So, this is a very happy row. So, are you married? No. Not married. And are you married?
No.
At all?
Not at all.
Not even to your man? No. Are you with him, though?
No. I mean...
Does he know that?
Sorry?
You're creating an awkward moment.
Oh, really? I love it. I love it. Is this a sort of non-date? Is this one of those things, well, we're all going to see a show, it's free, if you'd like to come, you could?
Yes, I've come with both of them.
God bless you.
Well done, all the couples. I think we've solved nothing with that chat, have we? It's BBC One. Your mother could be watching, Diana. It'll be a quiet Christmas at that house.
I don't think so.
Now, we turn to Marcus Brigstocke down the end here. Now, I've heard you talk about it that men aren't really built for marriage, you don't believe.
Well, no, I think it's not a natural state for a man to be in. I mean, biologically speaking, we are fighting a lot of stuff, ladies. Yeah? No, it's true. I mean, biologically, we're programmed to seek out many and varied partners, Your Honour. So you know, marriage takes a degree of concentration. You have to think about it.
I like when you got married, you were very particular about how you wanted to look.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you see, I had long hair, and my fiance then begged me to get my hair cut. So the day before, as a special treat, I went to the hairdresser and I said, look, I want to keep my hair as long as possible, so if you can just cut it but keep as much length. And they went, OK, what we'll do is we'll cut the top and the sides, but we'll keep the length in the back. And because it was explained to me in sections, I went, that'll work. And then I got married, and it wasn't until the wedding pictures came out. I had a mullet. No one told me.
I think we have one of your wedding pictures. Where's the Lord?
Look at that. I look like a German man into Scorpion.
What do you call that thing? What do you call that thing? The flower, the buttonhole.
Yeah, the buttonhole.
And did you throw it into the crowd and that woman caught it?
And there it is. That's how I wanted my hair to look.
How weird that you'd be here. That's so funny. Listen, I know you, we all know you as a comedian, and that's what you do. And when people come on the show, the researchers, they find out a bit more about the guests. Your life has been extraordinary.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, you've had bizarre... You worked... I know, you know him from the wedding, but... You're not married. No. But it seems very unlikely, but you worked on an oil rig.
Yes, I did. Not the spilly one.
In the Gulf.
No, not that one. No, yes, I did. I worked on an oil rig for a bit. You know, after drama school.
It's an obvious way to go.
Like so many people, I thought, acting or the North Sea. And yeah, no, I did. I worked on the rigs for a bit, and I was sort of originally I was on as a kind of a roustabouty kind of, you know, deckhand, and then they realised I was posh and useless, so they made me what's known as camp boss. It's pretty silly. And so I was sort of in charge of the domestic.
Drill harder.
The domestic. Oh, we're all covered in oil, look at us. Yeah, but I was rubbish at that as well. We were given oilskins, you know, to keep us dry from the wind and the rain and all the rest of it, and I didn't know you can't tumble dry them. I tumble dried mine, and do you remember Shrinky Dinks?
Yeah.
When you used to put a crisp packet in the oven, it would shrink and go hard, you could make it into a key ring. I made my oilskins this big, like they would have fit on an action man, so yeah.
And then, this is a good juxtaposition, you worked in oil, but then you worked at the Ministry of Sound nightclub.
Yeah. As a podium dancer.
No, this is true, is it? This is serious.
Yeah. I did 4 weeks on the rig, and in the 2 weeks off, I used to go and work as a dancer. I could be in your videos, whatever, you know? Yeah, no, I did. I was a podium dancer for a bit, and so I used to...
What does he wear? What does he wear?
They're shrinky dinkies.
Little tiny oilskins, you know, pretty fabulous. A lot of body hair poking out the top. And, yeah, no, I mean, just normal. It wasn't kind of, not mucky. You know, it wasn't pole or lap. That's a whole lot of discipline. It was just, you know, kind of dancing clothes, you know?
Right. And now, the other thing I genuinely didn't know about you, you used to weigh a lot more.
Yeah, loads more. When I was 17, I was much shorter than I am now. I was 24 stone. So.
Now, for Americans, that is, we worked it out this afternoon. Yeah. It's 336 pounds.
Yeah. Wow. Or a
They're
small.
impressed.
Medium, I think.
And
yeah. No, that was before. That was before the dancing. That was before the dancing. I got
That's
so
quite a
fat.
podium.
Yeah. I say a podium. It was more a system of heavy-duty scaffolding. No, I got so fat that I had to become a goth. To explain to myself why people were staring at me. So I did my hair and like lots of makeup and stuff, and I go, yeah, everyone's just staring at me because I'm a goth. Whereas in fact they were staring at me because I looked like a Zeppelin with eye makeup on. So, yeah.
And do you still battle with your weight?
Yeah, no, it's kind of an ongoing thing. It's difficult. Food is my big thing. Hence, dial-a-pasty on the drain. It's not easy food, you know. With booze and drugs, you just stop taking them, but with food, you have to keep eating, so you have to kind of keep it in check, you know? I mean, that fruit bowl's been talking to me since I walked in.
Because now you've got kids, it's particularly hard, isn't it?
Yeah, you mustn't eat kids. That's awful.
They look delicious. And in terms of body image, now, Tyler Perry, obviously, you're a very tall, handsome man, but if I was writing a film, right, and I was writing a scene that I was going to be in, and I was going to be on a beach with the other people it's in, I would not have hired, is it Michael J. White?
Michael J. White, sure, yeah.
I'd be like, no, you can't be in my film.
He has a horrible-looking swelling. Is he okay?
No, he's ridiculously buff.
Yeah, but that's why you hire him, because the people who are going to see the movie, you want them to want to see him. Because if I take this shirt off, man, I'm telling you, I look like that. But that's why I didn't take the shirt off in the scene, because I didn't want to show him up.
No, of course.
I thought it would be too much.
It's his moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's my film, so I'll give him his moment.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
God. And
You're right, Graham. Do you need a moment?
and then you've got a book coming out, haven't you?
Yes, in the fall.
In the fall. What's it called?
True You.
True You.
Yes.
And it is a diet book, but it's not really a diet book.
Yeah, well, people have asked me, how did I gain the weight, lose the weight, how did I get it off the workout regimen, what did I eat? So instead of just writing about that and the nutrition, I decided to go to the beginning, which was my childhood. And little anecdotes throughout my life, from my childhood up until today. It's not an autobiography, but it lets you know what led me to those places and those spaces and little things that happened in my life. Self-esteem issues as well. So I wanted it to not just only be for adults, but to be for kids and for teens. So it talks about it all.
Because you had a weird nickname, didn't you, when you were a kid?
I had a few. Quite a few. Dunk. You're talking about Dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunk?
Dunk.
Really?
Yeah, you spell it D-U-N-K. Well, my family spells it. They still call me Dunk here.
You're kidding, they still call you Dunk?
Yeah, but it's short for donkey.
Donkey?
Yeah.
Well, donkey as an ass, but...
No.
That is so inappropriate.
Don't make it worse, Tyler!
No, because she's always had a nice butt. I thought that's what...
He's helping.
That's what I mean. I will call you Dunk, too. Did you see her when she walked out here, man?
I know. No, you do look amazing.
Yeah.
And in terms of control...
Control.
Well, you know, no, because it's weird, though, that people who, like yourself, who are incredibly powerful and successful and kind of everything going on, there's this bit of their life that sometimes they lose control of and sometimes get it back.
Everyone has their thing. I'm an emotional eater. A lot of people, I'm sure when you're stressed or something goes on in your life, you lose your appetite. You don't eat, you'll probably lose weight. And I'm the opposite.
See, I'll
eat.
Me too.
And eat comforts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I eat when I'm happy, eat when I'm sad. It's just like, I'm in such a good mood, actually, eat this pie. Now I'm crying, I'll eat the other one. Listen, music back in his life, because you're now singing on stage, or you're going to be singing on stage, in Spamalot.
Yep. I am Arthur, King of the Britons in Spamalot, which is amazing. Thank you. I'm glad you're clapping in advance of the show, because it's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. It's great. I'm loving it.
Oh, well, listen, we are hugely excited and thrilled because the creator of Spamalot is here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lord Eric of Idle! Mr. Eric Idle! Hello, sir. How are you? Great to see you. Hi, Perry. Boston, Brigstocke. Because, of course, Eric, it's a bit... Tyler's your boss, and now Eric's Marcus's boss.
I know, he came into rehearsals. I was worried if we screwed up, we'd have to give him our shoes and be flown out on a cloud.
Are you pleased with the cast so far?
They're wonderful. They're very funny. They really are. And they've only been out 3 weeks. They're fast to see one of them. They are there. They are
actually... cast are here. Look, there they are.
Yeah.
Look, there's loads of them.
They're very, the warm-looking ones. The sort of worried people.
Oh, bless them.
They're very nice, but more importantly, they're very inexpensive.
Excellent. And it seems that of the Monty Python people, you're the standard bearer for the group. You've been flying the flag since back then.
Well, I've been exploiting them mercilessly and shamelessly. Because actually, we haven't done anything together reception of the Albert Hall for 28 years. We haven't worked together that long. Yes, it is that long. You saw John Cleese.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So listen, this Spamalot, obviously, you know, you run a Python, so you own the material, but at the same time, you share the ownership. So in terms of getting the other Pythons to say, yeah, fire ahead with your huge, big, fabulous Broadway hit, were they cool about it?
Yes, because they didn't think it'd be a hit. They thought it would just die, you know. I mean, I think they were kind of shocked when it went to Broadway and won a Tony. I think they were really shocked. But, you know, I gave them money, so that's fine.
That's, yes, they like that.
The universal language.
Fair job, yes. Of thanks. And at Monty Python, are either of you guys familiar with Monty Python? Because Monty
Really?
Python...
You're lying, aren't you?
No, honestly. No, it's the truth.
No, because Monty Python is one of those things, because it's so enduring, the people who love it, absolutely, they have such a passion. I mean, well, you know, you meet them all the time, presumably. They just love it. Mm-hmm. But it's not one of those things that people quite like. It seems that they either love it, or they just look at it in absolute kind of, I have no idea why that should be funny.
I know exactly what that feels like. I know exactly what that feels like.
That was actually the
That was
challenge.
a very good look.
That was actually the challenge of Broadway, because having to make a musical, I had to rely on entertaining people who had no idea what Python was, and if they did and hated it, they still had to like the show.
Because I was reading, I think it was in the 70s, you'd done an incredibly successful Monty Python tour. Was it in Canada? And every night you'd wowed them. And then, what, did you go to America, or...?
Yes, we went down to California and we appeared on The Tonight Show. And it was a big deal, you know, we're on The Tonight Show. And they said, you can do 25 minutes material. And we did it, and it was an audience like this, and not a single laugh. And we stood out there and said, oh, I've just spent 10 years burying the cat. Who is it there now? No, it's not at all a well cat. Silence. Absolute silence. And we did it in about 10 minutes, and we ran outside, and it was the funniest thing in the world. We laughed and we laughed, because nothing's funnier than when you don't get the laugh. Isn't that true? You've never had that.
Not in the moment. Not in the moment.
And when you do find yourself in a kind of a dark place like that, something going wrong, I mean, how do you deal with difficult stuff like that, Eric?
Well, you know, philosophy really helps. I mean, you know, some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble. Give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. If life is jolly rotten, there's something you forgot. And that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. So, always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show. Keep them laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Come on, you be louder. The key change, here we go. Always look on the right side of life. Very good. Did I get the job?
Yeah.
So that's how that goes.
You can cover that in your next album, Janet.
Yes.
Now, listen, it has been lovely chat. I've had such a good time tonight. But before we say goodnight, just time for a few stories in the red chair. Who's up first? Who's up first? Oh, hello. Hi.
Ah, hello.
Hi. Who are you?
Claire.
Claire. How interesting. And where are you from, Claire?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. She sounds quite posh. Okay. So this is your best anecdote in the whole wide world. This is the corker. This is the guaranteed show-stopping story from Claire.
Well, hopefully.
How old are you, Claire?
27.
27. This is the funniest thing that's ever happened to Claire in her whole...
Oh, God. Well, I was in Turkey teaching windsurfing.
Nothing funny can follow windsurfing. It's just... Do you want to go, Janet? I feel bad that I'm always in the driving seat. Okay. Oh, yeah, hello.
Hi.
Hi. You seem too nice to do this. What's your name?
Miriam.
Miriam?
Yeah.
Those earrings will have her eye out. Okay, Miriam, what happened to you?
Basically, I got on the bus and I suddenly went blind.
Good story! Odd story, but why?
So I was talking to the bus driver. I said, please let me off, please let me off. He wouldn't let me off. I got off the bus. I sat down. I called my mum. Luckily, she was on speed dial. And then I got home.
Can I just say, that's a genius detail for someone who's gone blind. I believe this story now. She's really thought it through. It's a good lie if it's a lie.
And then I got home. I had a muffin. That was fine. I got my sight back, and I was happy. But I was scared. I was really scared.
It must be a blood sugar thing, is it?
I went to the doctors and they said it was just, I hadn't eaten breakfast, so it was that, yeah. I don't know.
An absence of breakfast doesn't normally make you blind.
I'm a special case.
Special case, I'm afraid Tyler Perry, he hates you. I don't get a war. Well done, everyone. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in the red chair, you can contact us via our website at that address. Bless you. Thank you to my guests, Janet Jackson, Tyler Perry, Marcus Brigstocke, and the mighty Eric Idle. Join me same time next week with actor Joshua Jackson, ex-actor Scott Anderson, and the outrageous comedian Chris Rock. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
And don't forget, you can also join Graham for the Eurovision Song Contest this coming Saturday. And to whet your appetite, there's a special quiz. Just press the red button now and play along.
The biggest, the baddest, you need to see it.
Great music.
Massive crowd.
40,000 people. Some of the biggest acts in the world. It's no biggie.
Radio 1, respect.
We just went for it. It was rock and roll.
Amazing. Pandemonium. Wow.
Very entertaining. BBC Radio 1's big weekend. I had an amazing, amazing show. I kind of wish it could go on forever. BBC Radio 1.
Big weekend.
In Bangor.
Catch up now at bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
Organisation is